Okay, listen here. The classical approach to probability is oldest and simplest one. It is originated in the 18th century in problems pertaining to games of chance. Okay, this prior probability, this chapter is previously it is the oldest one, and we discussed the 18th century itself here in the problem pertaining to the chance of games for, we call it as games of chance. Okay, such as here throwing coins, okay, dice, next card games. The basic assumption underlying the classical theory is that the outcomes of a random experiments are equally likely. Okay, while you are solving the problems in probability chapter, the problem relating to coins, dice, and cards, most probably we will see the problems. And here, the classical theory of outcome says that random experiment, when it has taken place, then equally likely chances are there, and the event whose probability is sought consists of one or more possible outcomes of the given activity. Okay, such as when a die is rolled once, again one of the six possible outcomes, that is 1 2 3 4 5 6 can occur. Okay, you see dice, already we discussed in the yesterday class regarding what is die. Okay, in the dice problem here, what happens, any experiment which has taken place, then immediately here what happens, with the help of die we are doing a small experiment. The outcome itself either 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, any number will occur. That situation is called as outcome. Okay, then these activities are referred to in a modern terminology as experiment. Okay, modern terminology we are using the word these activity has taken place, such activity is called as an experiment, which is term that refers to process which results in different possible outcomes or observations. Here we can say this experiment is also called as observation. Throwing a dice, this dice game is happening between two persons or two teams. Immediately here what happens, throwing a dice, okay, and we are waiting for the outcome. That experiment is called as an event also. The outcome is called the observation or the result. Okay, the next one, the term equally likely though undefined conveys the notion that each outcome of an experiment has the same chance of appearing as any other. Okay, you observe this sentence says that when you are throwing a dice, the equal chances are there to get the result number 1 or 2. How many chances are there to get the number 1? The same way number 2 also the chances are there, and number 3 also the chances are there, number 4 also there, number 5 and number 6 also equally chances are there. For each and every experiment equal chances are there here. The next one, in throwing a dice 1 2 3 4 5 6 are equally likely events. The definition of probability given by French mathematician Laplace and generally adopted by the disciplines, okay, of classical schools runs as follows. Here small one formula also there here. Probability, it is said that ratio of number of favorable causes, number of favorable causes to the total number of equally likely cases. If the probability of occurrence of A is denoted by P of A, then by this definition we have probability of A. Here P of A is equal to this small formula is there. You have to keep in mind while you are doing the problem, then this formula will be helpful for us. The number of favorable cases divided by total number of equally likely cases. For example, in the dice problem, a die is thrown. How many times the die is thrown is the most important here. Total number of dice, how many dice we are thrown? For example, 2 dice at a time or 3 dice at a time, and what is the result? Okay, For calculating the probability, we have to find out the two things. That is, the first one is number of favorable cases. Then second one is a total number of equally likely cases. Okay, here small example is given. You see the observe example here. You see this example. If a coin is tossed, there are two equally likely results, either head or tail. Hence, the probability of head is 1 by 2. 1 by 2, instead of 1 by 2, we can write 50 chances, that is 0.50. Okay, a coin is tossed. For a coin, there are two faces. The face one is head and the face two is the tail. Okay, tossing a coin, when the coin is tossed, when the coin is in the air, that experiment we call it as the coin experiment. Okay, or here the event, one event has taken place. The outcome is head or tail. We can't exactly say because coin is a unbiased coin. It is not an biased coin. Coin is a unbiased coin. Okay, coin is a unbiased coin. That is the reason while tossing a coin, okay, a match between the two teams here, two captains are standing in the ground and tossing a coin. The team which wins the toss, okay, either they will take batting or bowling. The decision up to the captains. But the coin decides only the head or tail itself. Similarly, if a dice is thrown, the probability of obtaining an event, okay, obtaining an event, even number is 3 by 6 or 1 by 2. Since the thrown of 6 equally possible results are even numbers here. Okay, so here a small sample problem is there here. From a bag containing 10 black and 20 white balls, a ball is drawn at a random. What is the probability that it is black? Okay, you see these problem, a small sample problem for your understanding purpose. I have taken a small example problem. Okay, from a big bag here, from a bag, or we can use big bag also. Okay, big bag containing 10 black and 20 white balls are there. See, I'm using the word 10 black balls are there, 20 white balls are there. A ball is drawn at random. Randomly, we are picking only one ball. What is the probability that it is black? They are asking. Okay, so here simply what we have to do, simply write this solution here. Okay, these types of problems also number of times it is repeated in the examination point of view here. Total number of balls in the bag is equals to how many black balls are there? 10 black balls are there. Total number of balls in the bag here and 20 white balls are there. Put together 30 is the total number of balls are there in the bag. Then here number of black balls here. Number of black balls how many? 10 black balls are there, and number of white balls are how many? 20 white balls are there. So here the question is that what is the probability that it is black? Okay, then what we have to write? Probability of getting black balls. Probability of getting black balls. Okay, after writing this one, what you have to do? Probability of getting black ball, simply you have to write the formula, that is P of A is equals to number of favorable cases divided by total number of equally likely cases. Okay, so here simply that is or A by N. A stands for small a stands for a number of favorable cases and N stands for total number of equally likely case or cases. Equally likely case. Then again immediately we are focusing on how many balls we are going to get. In the same manner, probability of not getting a black ball also we have to write. Okay, then here simply I mean to say that here Q is equals to 20 by 30. Q is equals to 20 divided by 30 is equals to 2 by 3. Okay, not getting the black balls here. The next one, thus P plus Q is equals to, P stands for probability of success and Q stands for probability of failure. P stands for probability of success, Q stands for probability of failure. Okay, here number of favorable cases here, that is 10 divided by 3. This is not getting 1, and total number of here is equals to number of favorable cases is equals to 10 divided by total number of equally likely cases are 30 is equals to 1 by 3. 1 by 3. Okay, this is a probability of getting the black balls. Probability of not getting the balls are here. This one here 20 by, that is 2 by 3. Okay, then P plus Q. P here probability of success. Here they are asking that what is the probability of getting black balls. Okay, then probability of not getting black balls here, that is 2 by 3. Then when we add these one, here, immediately 1 plus 2, that is 3. Okay, then total number of equally likely events, that is 3 by 3 is equals to 1. Okay, our basic question is here P plus Q. P stands for probability of success and Q stands for probability of failure. Okay, to understand this part here, I am taking this example here. Okay, tossing a coin. When you toss a coin, the probability of getting head or tail, equal chances are there. When the coin is tossed, if it is a tail, the result is called the probability of success. The outcome, what we have seen, that it is a tail, and we have seen that it is head, based on the situation that the coin, sometimes the result will be tail or head. That outcome is called P. Okay, P stands for 0.50. Then Q stands for probability of failure, that is 50% only. When we add these 0.50 and 0.50 is equals to 1 or 1 rupee. P plus Q is equals to 1. The same situation is there here. Probability of getting black balls is 1 by 3. Probability of not getting a black ball is here 2 by 3. When we add P plus Q, okay, these 1 divided by 3 is the P value and 2 by 3 is the Q value. Okay, then we will get 1. This is a one type of a simple problem. For your understanding the probability definition, I am using these example here. Always, okay, you have to remind and you have to underline with red ink. I'm using the word underline with red pen. These the meaning of probability. Always probability itself, it says only 1. It never says that 1.10, 1.01. Always probability will be below 1 only or 1 only. Tossing a coin, you will get either head or tail. Okay, you will get either head or tail. 1 rupee 50 paisa tail, 1 rupee 50 paisa head. These type of results never get, and never we will see these type of situation. One side is the tail and another side is the head. The head 50%, and the tail is a 50%. When we join these 50% plus 50%, that is 1 rupee. That one indicates probability. That one indicates the probability. In the same manner, in the dice problem also the same situation here. In the card game also the same situation. Okay. What is the action we are going to take? That is the number of favorable cases. Then total number of equally likely events or equally likely cases we are going to say. Okay. I think you understood this one, what is the probability and this problem also. So I am moving to next one, axiomatic approach to probability. Here, okay, you observe this one carefully. The axiomatic approach to probability was introduced by the Russian mathematician A.N. Kolmogorov in the year 1933. He examined the theory of probability and his book Foundation of Probability, published in 1933. Okay, these type of questions you will see for the short one. So please behead this one. In the year 1933, he introduced the probability has a set function and set function. Wait a minute. Anna. Thank you, Anna. మర్చిపోయినాను. అదే కొంచెం క్లాస్ ఉంది ఊరికొచ్చిన అన్న. ఓకే, క్లాస్లో ఉన్నా మళ్ళీ కాల్ చేస్తా. సరే సరే సరే. Okay, so here set function and is followed as a classic. When this approach is followed, no precise definition of probability is given. Rather, we give certain axioms of postulates on which probability calculations are used. The whole field of probability theory for finite sample is based upon the following three axioms here. Okay, you see these axioms are: probability of an event range from 0 to 1. See, in the previous discussion also I used the word always the probability will be, okay, always the probability will be 0 to 1 only, but it never 1.10. Okay, 0 to 1 only the probability it ranges. If the event cannot take place, its probability shall be 0. If the event not taken place, when the event is there, then only we can say the chances are there, it is not on 0. But here the probability is not, the event is not taken place, then we are going to use that is 0. If it is a certain that is bound to occur, its probability shall be 1. If the event has taken place, okay, if one experiment is taken place, then immediately the probability shall be 0. Shall be 1, not 0. If the event is cannot taken place or not taken place, then immediately it is 0. The probability of the entire sample spaces is 1. Entire sample spaces means entire experiment, that is 1. Okay, then the probability of occurrence of either A or B denoted by P of A union B shall be given by P of A union B is equals to, okay, is equals to P of A plus P of B. Okay, P of A plus P of B. This is about the axiomatic approach to the probability. And here the Russian mathematician always says that when the event is taken place, then only the probability will be 1. If the event is not taken place, then it is 0. That is the main concept of axiomatic approach to the probability. And here the important concepts of probability are there. So you see the important concepts. The probability theory has been developed and employed to treat and solve many weighted problems here. Okay, many weighted problems. The important concept says that then it is the foundation of the classical decision producers of estimation and testing probability models can be very useful for making predictions here. Okay, you see the probability, testing probability models here. Testing probability means here, before we are on reality, we are going to apply any problem, we go for a small predictions, or we can say that it is small rehearsal. Okay, the same thing we are going to apply in the reality also. That situation, the probability says that the chances are there, may or may not, the win-win situation or lose situation will be there. Okay, if we predict in advance what type of situation is going to fall, immediately we will overcome. If the situation is negative, we will overcome that type of situation. The next one, it is concerned with the construction of econometric models with managerial decisions of on planning and control. Okay, with the occurrence of accidents of all kinds and random disturbances in electrical mechanism. It is involved in the observation of lifespan of a radioactive atom, of the phototypes of the offspring, the crossing of two species of plants, etc. Okay, it should be noted that the concept of probability is employed not only for various types of scientific investigation, but also for many problems in everyday life. Okay, in everyday life also we will see the probability situations. In the introduction class we discussed regarding the likely to be happened a class tomorrow, may or may not, likely to rain then tomorrow. Okay, the probability always, the uncertainty situation will be there, but certainty chances also occurs here. It will not be an X aggregation to say that probability has become a part of everyday life. Okay, whether or not we admit or conscious of use of something sophisticated, it is still a dream to forecast the future with 100% certainty. In any decision problem, the probability theory provides a media of copies up with uncertainty. Here always we are in imagination that after completion of MBA or after completion of MCOM, we will see our life into a 100% positive way. But the probability says that to see yourself a successful personality, okay, at this stage only you have to go for planning. You need to predict your future in advance only. Then only your certainty is there. The probability said that there is a certainty is there. The chances are there. Okay, some people, some very few students, they are in a dream, that they are in a imagination that after completion of MCOM you will get a good job, or you after completion of MBA you will see you as a good young manager like marketing manager, okay, or finance manager and human resource manager. That is the only imagination only. But always the important concept of probability says that you need to predict in advance only. You go for a good perfect planning. You need to forecast your future with 100% certainty at this stage only. That's why we have seen a proverb that prevention is better than cure. This is the most important. We need to prevent, or we need to predict in advance only what type of situation is there, based on the present contemporary situation or based on the present situation outside the market or outside the society, or based on the government decisions and the present situation of MCOM, FA and MBA students. Okay, if the same situation you are going to face in future, which or what type of decision you are going to take, that is the most important. In this way, this important concept says 100% certainty is there. If you are in a dream, the dream should be in a reality. Okay, you need to see that in a reality. Then at this stage only you need to go for a perfect planning, and you need to predict your future also. Then only 100% certainty is there. Okay, otherwise it is completely uncertainty. Okay, the next one here, this important importance of probability theory was given by the Yalun Chow, was beautifully pointed out that statistics has a method of decision making under uncertainty. is founded on probability theory, since probability is at once the language and the measure of uncertainty and the risk associated with here. Okay, there is no perfect planning. There is no perfect planning. Then immediately here what happens here? Our future is in a uncertainty way. Okay, if there is a perfect planning, okay, Yalun Chow is a statistician. He says that there is a perfect planning. Beautifully you pointed, or you beautifully you check out your future plan at this stage only. Then 90% or 95% you will be looked as a successful personality. Okay, so these are the important things we discussed. Once again I am repeating here a small sample problem and a small formula. Okay, axiomatic approach to probability and important concept of probability. Okay, so in the next class we discussed the remaining topic.